It is known as the invisible injury, but concussions can leave permanent damage. 22 News I-Team reporter Ryan Walsh reveals just how often they're happening in Western Massachusetts high schools.
This is the first part of a two-part series on concussions. What we discovered is that you don't have to play a full contact sport to sustain a serious head injury. Football, hockey, cheerleading, or soccer, boys or girls, concussions can happen in any sport.
We definitely see it a lot in female sports as well. It's not just football or hockey.
The 22 News I-Team obtained the list of head injuries Western Massachusetts high schools reported to the state. 399 head injuries happened during a school sport last school year. That's nearly 13 head injuries per school. The schools weren't asked to report the sport it happened in. According to the CDC, football players have the highest chance to get a concussion, but girls soccer players aren't that far behind.
We also have a big number of girls soccer players that sustain concussions just based on whether it's collisions with other players or obviously heading the ball.
According to the Sports Concussion Institute, the impact speed of a professional boxer's punch is 20 miles per hour. The impact speed of a football player tackling a stationary player is 25 miles per hour. The impact speed of hitting a soccer ball is up to 70 miles per hour. What actually is a concussion?
So a concussion is something that occurs when a force is transmitted to the brain, causing it to shake violently back and forth and rotate around the brainstem.
Concussions are called the invisible injury because you can't see it. Fewer than 10% of athletes who sustain a concussion black out, making it incredibly important for athletic trainers to monitor any potential head injury. Belchertown High School, a school with a size of 743 students, reported 38 head injuries last school year. Compare that to Springfield Central High School, which has 2,086 students and reported 14 head injuries.
But obviously, I wouldn't want to send an athlete back out who has a suspected concussion because of post-impact syndrome or second impact syndrome, and that's when an athlete gets returned too soon to play, and that can lead to long-term deficits.
Dr. Merowitz told the I-Team parents and athletes are a little more realistic about head injuries now than they used to be.
I don't get as many shocked expressions from the parents or the kids that, what do you mean I can't play today? They would used to come showing up in their uniforms, terribly symptomatic, expecting to go and play later that day. That doesn't happen anymore.
Tonight on 22 News at 11, we'll focus on football and how safe our schools' helmets are. If you want to see how many head injuries your school reported to the state, go to WWLP.com. I'm Ryan Walsh working for you with the 22 News I-Team.